be an American idiot.
All right, thank you for the intro,
All
Brad.
right, thank you, Brad. Thank you for the intro, Brad.
Thank you for
Well,
giving us free content. Now we are gonna one up your piece of
Copyrighted.
trash video because you didn't cover everything. Look at this. We are real Rick fans and we put in the effort. We got like 52 albums here, and we're gonna rank them all live right here, and we're gonna do the proper ranking. Nothing Brad said matters.
yeah, we're here. So basically, yesterday was just really half of your lashing, Brad. We 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 put you down, and now we're here to correct you. Um,
Jesus.
that's really what it's about. And you may think we're harsh, but it's really just all love. That's all I gotta say, man.
Listen, we're just
Um,
spreading the love of Rick, so we're gonna beat you senseless like Eric Andre did to Rick on stage.
that's true. That's true. Somebody help me!
But yes, we have, I believe, right, if I'm not mistaken, we have all the studio albums, but we also
Every
have mixed in like Zoot, we have some random like compilation bullshit, some live albums in here. But we're gonna do the whole shebang. We got some like Corona era fucking side projects and shit going on. Rick's been busy, as you could tell. So we're gonna cover it. We got, of course, God tier. We got A, B, C, D, F, and then Brad tier, all the way at the bottom because his opinion is the worst, and we hate him.
Sure.
Anyways, without further ado, how do you guys feel about Just Zoot? Because I think I'm probably the only person in this channel who's even listened to that.
Just Zoot is the album that I'm pretty sure when I read his biography, A Beautiful Fat Night, which is actually about his wife Barbara, that Just Zoot actually was the really started the inception for the song "Streaking Across the USA." Just thematically, the music that he was making on Just Zoo, really paved the way for Streaking Across the USA. So for that, I mean, I would say it's Brad tier at least.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, okay. Wait, are we actually gonna leave it in Brad tier? I feel like
No, I don't know. Well, enlighten me. I don't know any. Give me a song from Just. Give me one song from Just Zoot right
so.
now.
You got one time. Wait, should I like play it? Like,
Yeah, pull up a song from Just Zoot, and let's see what I have to say about it, and I'll tell you right now.
I think this is like one of their biggest singles. Just one time.
Okay, one
All right.
time, two times, three times, four times. This is I hate this.
One time, two times, three times, four. Hey,
The
hey,
fuck?
hey, hey, hey.
We have
Yeah,
more
Brad.
Thank you,
subscribers
Rick.
than this channel. We have more
Oh my
subscribers.
god, this is their official channel. Oh my god, nobody cared
12
about
angry
these guys.
husbands knocking
Yes. So this is what the entire album like this.
on
This is what it
my
sounds like.
door.
It's this
Oh nice.
like
So
Beatles
it sounds
ripoff.
like Rory Gallagher, yeah.
Yeah. So it's Brad here.
Yeah, it's pretty classic.
Actually, I don't. Okay, no. Brad tier is reserved for the worst of the worst. This is just forgettable.
It
So
probably is quite good, honestly. It's probably a C tier if I had to
I
guess.
would not give it higher than C. I think D is probably safe.
Okay.
In fact, we could probably just go ahead and do this.
Mm. I know D. I know archaeology, whatever the hell that thing's called, the 2013 one. I know that has a great cover of Neil Diamond's Shiloh, and for that, it's probably an F tier.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, actually, yeah, we should probably drop it down.
but it does have a great cover of Shiloh by Neil Diamond.
He's from here.
Now to get into the real meat and potatoes here, we got Rick's first
This is
studio album, Beginnings.
so. This album starts with a song that a lot of people don't know, and that a
Cookie
lot of
Joe.
it does. Yeah, Hooky Joe. No, Hooky Joe is later on in the album. It starts with a song called "Mother, Can You Carry Me." Now, this song, Rick did not, of course, meet his wife Barbara Porter until 1981 when he recorded "Working Class Dog." But some would say that "Mother, Can You Carry Me" is really the first song he wrote about Barbara Porter and about how much he hates her. And that's I don't know. This album is really full of incredible, kind of weird psychedelic folk music that you don't hear from Rick anywhere else other than on Beginnings. I think it's a wonderful album, and I think it's a C tier at least record. Uh, What else is on? Any Good Body?
Hooky Joe,
Yeah,
any good body, Hooky Joe, Speak to the Sky. Like I'd
those are
say
all wonderful.
those singles are good, but I will say there's like not necessarily filler, but like definitely like not as memorable like hooks and melodies and
Right.
stuff on some of the
There's
other
not as
songs.
memorable songs, but there's Why is a good song from that album.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Beginnings is a respectable C tier. I listened to it again recently and I actually enjoyed it more than I remember enjoying it, so
I don't know. The '70s records, as I've been learning in the last month, are very good records.
yes.
Um, which brings us to our second album here.
Um
Yeah, this is. I mean, honestly, we spent a good portion of our video yesterday lashing Brad, lashing out at him for his treatment of comic book heroes. I think really just for fun, honestly, because we don't care that much about comic book heroes, but we ripped him apart for his placement of it on his own tier list. So we just like really tore him apart for that. Um, but yeah, songs on here. I mean, we got classic songs on here. I'm Your Superman. Nobody knows that song.
Misty Water
Uh,
Woman.
yeah,
The,
exactly.
the Liar itself is a god tier song.
Right, The Liar. I mean, I don't even know how you're supposed to get past that. There's that. There's Weep No More. I'm here beside you. That's pretty good. And there's also what the hell else is on there? Bad Boy.
Bad
I
boy,
don't know.
yeah, bad
Well,
boy.
like the first five songs, Believe in Me is a good one.
What would the children
Uh,
think?
yeah, going back in time there. So honestly, I think this is probably a better, just pure guessing. I think it's probably better than Beginnings.
You
I would
think this
have,
is better than Beginnings?
I would have to think so. It sounds a bit more polished. But if you think, push comes to shove, Beginnings could be better. I'm not sure. I think there's a bit more.
I feel like the
I don't know.
beginning
It feels
singles were
more like
way
an Elton
better.
John record. Comic book heroes.
You know that it has like a Captain Fantastic kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like the piano one, I'm your Superman, and it's just I don't know. It's very jaunty. It feels very a bit more powerful than Beginnings.
yeah, I think that's fair.
But they're very close either way. They're not going to be. There's probably not going to be anything in between them.
Yeah,
Um. So we have Mission Magic. Obviously, is our third record here.
I feel like Mission Magic. This is another one that like I just don't listen to often, and I spun it the other day, and like there's what like close to 20 tracks on here, like 16
There's
or 17 or
16.
yeah, 16 tracks. But like I don't think any of them are duds, and even if they are duds, it's like it's 16 tracks, but like they don't go longer than 2 minutes or like 3 minutes.
I
So
listened to it for the first time today for this video, and I I don't know what the fuck is up with that album, but it's pretty great. Because I also watched. There's 16 songs on it, but there's a separate 17th song that nobody knows about. This is the third time I'm saying nobody knows about this because it's true. They don't. This is from. I did some deep diving today, and there's a like how Mission Magic worked was every episode. It only ran for one season, by the way. It wasn't popular. Um, and every episode there would be one song like that, like 90 seconds of a song that Rick sings as a cartoon guy, and like it would be one of the songs from the album. Like each time, like every song on that album is in one of the episodes of the show, except for one which is in episode 5, and it's called what the hell was it called? Yes, I Am. It's called Yes, I Am, and it's like it's like he just repeats the same thing over and over again for 90 seconds, saying like something about I'm gonna find out who it is. Yes, I am, and he just says that over and over again. So that's a pretty good one, and I think just for that, just for the secret song that didn't get included on the album because it's so garbage, I think Mission Magic should be bright.
And the fact that but also Rick released this on colored vinyl.
Yeah, he did. This
how
is a big album. This is an important album for people. This album unironically has We're Gonna Have a Good Time, which is a great song.
welcome to the rodeo.
Welcome to the Rodeo.
The title
Um
track, like or Mission
yeah,
Magic
do you
theme.
believe
Do
I
you
think
believe you can
honestly
suck?
yeah, I think his guitar work on it is pretty ridiculous on this album. It's some pretty weird stuff, and I don't know. I think it's a pretty wonderful album. I would see them
Starlight
be.
Starbright, classic hit.
Yeah, well, that I don't care about that one. Oh, Catch Me If You Can. I just heard that song. I was like, this is fucking really good.
Yeah, I think I can't put it lower than B, and if I do put it lower than B, it would definitely be like above these two in C tier.
No, 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 no. No, no, no.
And I think while we're at it, if we're gonna be ranking 70s stuff, I feel like Wait for Night belongs either above or right next to, or maybe even
Oh,
in
it's
A
in B
tier.
tier, yeah. It's absolutely in B tier, I would say.
Wait for Night is absolutely fantastic. Opens with Take a
Right.
Hand. You got Jessica starting the B side. Jessica's a banger of a song.
You know, turn up the radio. Get your ear to the sweet, sweet music. You know, Rick was telling you what he wanted you to hear. You know,
Rick
he
was
was just
commanding you.
instructing you.
That's what Rick was telling Barb.
That's take your baby, hold her in your arms, hear the music go ah ah. You know, powerful stuff. And I think really this album was the first album that Rick ever made that he said, I'm going to make a classic. I'm going to make a masterpiece. And I'm going to make a record that defines the entirety of the decade that it's made in. And that's what Wait for Night is. You know, you can see Rick on, you know, on his lounge over there in black and white. And a lot of people said to Rick, you can't make the album cover in black and white. They're not going to take you seriously. And Rick said, I don't care. I have Barbara. And then he put it out, and the album became a big smash, and a lot of people listened to it.
But then there's an alternate cover in color.
Yeah, which they never should have done.
Yeah,
And
they should have
also,
kept
when
it.
they did that, the record company actually did that. I don't know if anybody knows this. And when Rick saw that, he goes, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm so fucking pissed off that they dreamed about my record cover in color." And then he went, "Oh my god, that's it." And then, you know,
Dream in
of course,
Color.
that was 1988, and then he wrote that song.
And I also feel like it's a because I feel like you know it tops off the 70s era very well, like it kind of rounds it out. But I also feel like the music on here sounds like the most like what you then hear on Working Class Dog. Like I feel
It's
like this is a
serious
good
stuff.
it's a good like segue. I feel like into
He got to he was you're starting to see Rick Springfield
yeah,
and Wait for Night.
and you know
So it's
obviously
beautiful. I love it.
yeah, and of course for any new or you know, any people still trying to like learn and listen to Rick Springfield's music, obviously this next album has the song that everyone and their mother knows, Jesse's Girl. I feel
Wait,
like
wait, wait.
oh,
We need a soundbite.
we need a
Yeah, we
soundbite.
understand, right?
You know,
Yeah,
from Brad's video.
Oh, a freaking wait,
yeah. Pull up that video.
like his the which one the ranking
Yeah,
one?
yeah. Pull up that one right there, the top one. The no. The, like
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that.
there's
Yeah, we need that.
Still around that period where
And
people
then bring us to the beginning.
most people hear that they say out loud,
God, you mean the Jesse's girl guy?
why do you sound like
So
Daft Punk
anyway,
there?
yeah. So anyway, Brad, thank you. Yeah. So that's that's what people's feelings are, and that's where that album goes, and we know that.
Yeah,
Um,
well we'll
and it
talk
might
about it
be
of course.
it might end up being the top one in that tier. We don't know. Um, but it is you know, this album. Not many albums are like this, where it's this you know, it's a very dark album. It feels like you know, you're walking down an alley. You know what I mean? And there's like people watching you, and they're trying to like cut your nuts off and stuff with like a Bowie knife. Like, and
What?
all you hear in your ears is like, "Where are you running, my love?" Like, that's what this album is. And then it goes, and then after that song it goes, bum, 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 bum. And then he's like, "Stop!" Like that's a real like I don't know. This album, every second of this album is a fucking thrill, and there's nothing you can do about it. Red Hot and Blue Love, one of the centerpieces of music from 1981. Inside Sylvia, one of the first ambient pieces of music ever created. Actually, a lot of people don't know that ambient came out in 1981. Um, that all that stuff David Bowie was doing that wasn't real.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, Working Class Dog. This set the stage. This is Rick Springfield. If he never made another album, I think he still would have been known for the same guy he is today. Because this is still who he is. It's a pretty good album.
Yeah, honestly, I would actually say like, you know, it took him a little bit to get there. You know, it took him like a failed first band and then four not very popular but still kind of popular stuff in the 70s. Like this is what made him blow up. and for
Yeah, this
good
dude
reason.
bummed it out for like 15 years before this thing came out.
Yeah, like it's just like this is the album that like made him fucking skyrocket, and like and again for good reason. I feel like this is also the first album I listened to it again the other day, and I feel like there's like no. I think this is the first album where I can genuinely say like there's no skips, at least out of his stuff. Not like I
Right.
necessarily hate any of the songs on the other albums, but this is like I don't know, front to back, just great album. Nothing else to
And of
say.
course, it has probably one of the most sought after Rick tracks I think anybody knows. Easy to Cry, very famous song. So much so that I think probably half the people here don't know it. Uh, but it's it's a very good song. Uh, can we pull up Easy to Cry? Is that on YouTube? Pull up Easy to Cry.
Just Brad.
Brad singing Easy to Cry. Yeah, there we go. Free and easy.
I love the.
Yeah, bring it up. This is the last song. This is the real last song.
Thank you, Queen Enigma.
Mama said that the tears of a woman were never meant to be shared by a man. I was taught that the man was a survivor, shelter woman, and to give her what he can. That's the way of the world, Mama said. And that woman loved the man till she died.
What the
Anyway, I don't know. It's a weird one. It's another one basically where he's doing this weird thing with gender roles, and it's like, oh, women cry and things like that. But it's a really good one. Apparently, oh my god.
I'm not gonna play the. I just need to have it ready.
But yeah, but there's a good story. Rick said, I did read like part of his book, and it was something like when he went to the record company to do Working Class Dog, he came to them with 3 demo tapes, like to basically like audition to let him in, and the 3 songs were "Love Is All Right Tonight," some reggae song that I've never heard, something about TV lights or whatever, and "Easy to Cry," and they said, "We'll take it." So it's pretty interesting for RCA. They heard Easy to Cry and they were like, I'm in. But okay, so yeah, that brings us to 1982.
Success hasn't spoiled me yet. I think this is another A-tier album. I think most of the stuff in the '80s, aside from one album,
this is an
everything is.
album.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
this is an album that again was faced a lot of flack. This is again why we're making this video to correct the issues that went on with Brad's release. And in the comments, it seems like a lot of people had a lot of nasty things to say about Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet. And so anybody that might be watching this video, fuck you. And shut the fuck up and go somewhere else. Because this is a great record. This is, I mean, honestly, this record to me is much more, I don't know, it's not better than Working Class Dog, so I'm not going to be vouching for it to be ahead or anything like that. But to me, it is a much more thrilling record. It's like all the way throughout. It just seems like there's a much more fun, peppy, like summery kind of vibe than Working Class Dog. And it's I don't know. It's got songs that I like a hell of a lot more. Like what's it called? How Do You Talk to Girls? An American Girl and Calling All Girls. There's a lot of girls on this album,
Yeah,
and I think
Christina's
maybe
on here too.
than Christina. And I think really that's why people started to rebel against Rick Springfield. As you can see, there's a lot less popularity for this album. A lot of people were like, Rick, you're getting too horny. We got to stop this. And I think that was really the
What do you
beginning
hear nowadays?
of Rick's career. Of course, Rick just evolved even more as he went on, and now that's why we have Works for Me. But so I don't know. This album is, it's a pretty perfect album. Even just for the album cover alone, I think it's better than Working Class Dog. But really musically, it's not. I think Working Class Dog is pretty solid in that way.
Yeah.
So I would say it's good to be right behind it.
Yeah, and it's like we mentioned a good amount of songs, but also you got freaking the April 24th like short ballad to his
Right.
father. Open with Calling All Girls. Black is a great cover. Tonight's a great
Yeah.
song. I Get Excited is another one of his hits. Yeah, I don't know how you listen to this album and genuinely say with a straight face that it's worse than Beautiful Feelings.
That's
I
true.
just don't know how like that's even feasible. But anyways,
Oh yeah, I think that's why I have such a high opinion of this album because I liken "Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet" to Billy Joel's what's the name of that album? "The Stranger." I
oh,
liken
I
it
know
to
that
that a
one.
lot
Yeah,
because everything on "The Stranger" is a big fucking hit, like every single song.
yeah,
And really, like it's not to the same magnitude with "Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet," but half of the album actually quite notable songs for his career, like
yeah.
big songs. Like I get, it's like literally at one after the other. It's like what's the goddamn track list? Like what's the second song on? I gotta pull that up. Success hasn't spoiled me yet. Where is he? There we go. Second song, yeah, I get excited. Then it's What Kind of Fool Am I, Christina. Three big ones. And then, of course, you have the two smaller ones tonight, Black is Black. And then it's Don't Talk to Strangers, How Do You Talk to Girls? American Girl is on it, and April 24th. They're all pretty big songs for him. But yeah, so I think that's a big album. And that'll lead us into the next one, which is actually quite the same. Most of the songs on it are very big songs.
Yeah, I was
Um,
literally the first four songs: "Human Touch," "Allison Affair," "The Heart," "Living in Oz."
there you go.
That
And
just
Motel Eyes.
that's yeah, "Motel Eyes," "Souls," "Me and Johnny,"
And so, yeah, exactly.
I
Just
went to
from
town.
Tiger by the Tail.
Tiger by the Tail, which of course we'll get into the ones that make it not so big of an album. Uh, but yeah, with the exception of three songs, all of these are massive songs.
Yeah,
Uh, Tiger by the Tail, I Can't Stop Hurting You, Like Father, Like Son. Those are the three. Like not as those are whatever album cuts. Like all the other ones are big songs. This album, yeah, I don't know. I think I would either put it in front of Working Class Dog or where it is because this, like, you just saw him. Like, I think he actually reached his '80s peak here. Really, like, he was already big. He was moving along, and then he just made this really big album. I don't know. Like, I think he had a lot to work with here. And of course, this is one of Rick's first themed records, or intentionally themed records. Of course, being about his life in Australia. He's reflecting about all kinds of shit. About like Me and Johnny. Is about his friend in Australia, and Living in Oz is all about getting from Australia to America and all that nonsense. And or Like Father, Like Son, about his upbringing and all this nonsense. Tiger by the Tail, of course, about how his mother used to beat him mercilessly until he would eat his grilled cheese sandwich. Um, and which, of course, spurred to him, having many sexual problems later on in life. But yeah, so this is, I don't know, there's a lot went into this album, and it's a very impressive record.
like
Especially with human touch. Like, there's a lot of technology being used on this album, like in Human Touch and Affair of the Heart, and
yeah.
sampling and cool stuff like that. So that's what I have to say about it.
I feel like if Working Class Dog didn't have like Jesse's Girl or like other hits like I've Done Everything for You or Love Is Alright Tonight, I would put Living in Oz first. But I feel like just because of how iconic Working Class Dog is, that's the only reason why it has a leg up over Living in Oz.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
Yeah, I like it.
so now we're gonna have the first '80s album, which I don't think deserves being in
Which
the A
should
tier.
not be an A tier.
Yeah, it
No, I
should it
don't think
should
it is
be
either.
maybe.
It's
I would
either C
honestly,
tier or B tier.
I would put it in
D
C,
tier.
but B. You think actually, what? I think
B.
It is an iconic album. It is a very.
I'll put it
It
in
has,
B. I think I'll even do this actually. I think I'm gonna put it above Comic or Mission
I
Magic.
would do
Sorry.
that. Yeah, I would do that. I
All
would
right.
totally.
So my hot take, or I don't really know if it's a hot take. It's probably a pretty lukewarm take to be honest, because I'm sure everyone's thinking it. But like I know I said this the other day. If you take this album, it's 10 songs. If you trim off "Heart of a Woman," "I Go Swimming," "When the Lights Go Down," and I guess that's it. But like if you just like trim off like 3 or 4 songs, make it maybe like closer
Get
to
rid of the ones that aren't it.
yeah. If you just get rid of his the songs without Rick, and just slim it a little bit, like this would probably be easy A tier next to like "Living in Oz." I'd say just with "Love
I like
Somebody,"
you could
"Don't
have
Walk
just written
Away."
3 more songs.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Literally, this song is saved because of the Rick stuff, which obviously makes sense because it should be his album. But like, I wouldn't even say like when the lights go down, "Heart of a Woman," and "I Go Swimming." They're not necessarily bad songs, but they're just kind of like, yep, this sounds like the '80s. This sounds like someone in the '80s who needed money, so they
That's
bandwagon
true.
off. They just fucking leached off of Rick like those goddamn fish that like swim by sharks and get the scraps. Like that's
Yeah,
what those people are on this album, because they
and
were
Peter
right.
Gabriel.
Yeah, they were riding the coattails of goddamn Taxi dancing.
That's true. They were. What you don't know can't hurt you. That's a good one when the lights go down by Graham Parker. But anyway, yeah, no, I go swimming. Very embarrassing for Peter Gabriel to be putting the song on a Rick Springfield album. Peter Gabriel, of course, from the very famous band, what the hell, Genesis, lead singer of Genesis. So very embarrassing for him, and also residential crazy man, fucking crazy guy, like pulls his toenails off or something. And as we can see here, Agent Shamrock is trying to sneak beautiful feelings into the Brad tier while I'm going on about it.
Where it belongs, rightfully so.
That is true. Yeah, no, we are going to put that there. We might not even talk about it. We really don't even want to.
It
Well, no,
actually
we
might
are
be
going to
funnier if we
because we
don't
have to
talk
talk to
about it.
Brad about. We have to talk to Brad about beautiful feelings.
All right,
Uh,
let me just say this
you
to
know,
Brad. The only song I feel like that's even like worth mentioning, because Spanish Eyes is just a worse "Don't Talk to Strangers."
right.
Bruce is so cheesy, like I could feel my cholesterol spiking just talking about it. Fucking like Cold Feet, I feel like is like the only one like it's not even like a popular song, but I remember listening to it the other day and like actually kind of enjoying it. But I feel like everything else in here is so fucking forgettable. Like,
Well, the thing about this album is, right, Brad doesn't understand because he doesn't really know Rick, but and we're going to get to it, but Brad doesn't know about the early Sound City sessions. Actually, he does. I'm pretty sure he mentioned it. But this album is terrible because it does not have its final song on it, which is called Still Got the Magic. One of the best goddamn Rick songs ever made. It's a disco song. It's like bow, 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 bow. It's a really good song with a bass line, and it was left
Pull
out
it
of
up on
beautiful.
YouTube.
Huh?
Can we pull it up?
Yeah, pull up. Still Got the Magic. That's a good idea.
oh god, my Starman. 1 second. I'm just gonna open this in another tab while we have it, because I know we're probably gonna want to reference this later.
That's true. We do need that
Because we have the live single on here, I know.
just
Alright,
because I want to hear it.
just want to make sure it doesn't start like playing. Okay, whatever.
Rick.
I will even say that cold while I'm like waiting, I feel like that Cold Feet song sounds like something I would like imagine Queen would sing. Oh no, like the
Well, that's
chorus. Yeah.
what Rick should be staying away from. Um,
Yo, what the hell? Yo, this is funky as shit.
Feeling so helpless.
see, it's
I
disco.
know that you felt like a
Bow, bow, bow,
fool.
bow, bow, bow.
Love that just dealt you a bitter blow. Oh, baby, love is cruel.
But an Asian person writing this song? Get my
Wait,
age.
You got the
wait, I'm gonna be
time.
the only comment on this vid. Wait, I need to actually say something not retarded. What should I
Thank you,
say?
Rick. I think, yeah, I think a good thank you, Rick, never fails.
Just
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Gina Carano, also, by the way. Is that Gina Carano with Elon Musk?
what?
Look at that. Wait, go up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this podcast is making a turn. We're going to talk about Gina
Level.
Carano.
All right.
She's back.
You got the
All right.
magic if you got the mind.
Yeah, okay, that's actually that. If
Thank you,
that
Rick. So
that
that,
that would have
yes,
escalated this to like at least D tier.
right. But it's exactly. But it's it's
It's
there.
perfect. There's nothing else to
So
say about
beautiful
it.
feeling.
Oh,
Yeah, beautiful feelings is a joke, and I did go on my rant about beautiful feelings yesterday in the video, so it's unnecessary.
well, the last thing I will genuinely say is just this album also shouldn't even exist. Like I think that's like the at least it's funny because Brad was even saying that on his video. He was like,
Right.
"Oh yeah, like this album shouldn't even exist." I guess it was like part of his record deal with like Capitol or whoever it was. And then like they just basically made this album was like cutting room floor songs. Like that's all it was.
It makes a mockery of what Rick Springfield is
Yeah,
in
but they wanted to
1980.
capitalize on his name, so they released this in the same year as Hard to Hold. And
I wouldn't have even cared if it came out in the 70s, but
yeah,
it shouldn't be in 1985 or whatever. That's
Just like we're
ridiculous.
capitalized over its name, right?
all right. Now we're gonna get to Rick's first like truly heavily experimental album, and I gotta at least put this in A somewhere. I don't know where
Oh
yet.
yeah, I would say honestly, it's probably perfect there with for me. I would say it's there.
like
Uh,
my favorite songs on this album, obviously you got State of the Heart's a big one. Dances the World Away is a fantastic opener. You have My Father's Chair as a closer, which is a beautiful ballad he does pretty much every concert now. Written in Rock is a fantastic song.
and of
Walk
course,
on the Edge is insane as a B-side start. Just like the
right,
insanity of like it sounds like the goddamn void and Rick is like farting into a mic.
right.
Yeah,
And of course, we have the centerpiece and one of the best songs of all time ever written, "Celebrate Youth,"
hell yeah.
centerpiece of this record. And followed, of course, closely by Ride and Be Do Jr. But um, but yes, Tao is a record that not many people can listen to without their ears bleeding, and Rick did that on purpose to kind of shield people away from knowing the true power of Tao, which is the power of love, by the way. Um, and it's just an album where Rick wanted to get some things off his chest about how he cheated on his wife. Also on this record too, uh, which is emphasized by the two colors surrounding him. Of course, Barbara being the gray, depressing, dark color, and the 25-year-old being being the orange, white, bright and vibrant. But so yeah, Cow, of course, is another album that's just completely themed around apocalypse and the first actually records Rick did with a big spiritual feeling to it. So it's a wonderful album. It is very important. It's in the A tier. We love it.
Fuck yeah. And honestly, another one to close out the 80s, well, I guess it's greatest hits, but honestly, Rock of Life is another one that I feel like belongs in A.
Really,
If not, like, I would say, like, it's gotta be, like, either above or
I
right
would
next
say
to.
it's probably top of B tier, probably just for those three fucking songs that we talked about, and also
One
uh,
reason!
yeah,
One reason!
like what the hell is that? And I don't know. This album has this isn't necessarily a themed record, but it does have a vibe to it, like all the rest of them that are very consistent. And I do like the vibe of this one. It's very laid back. There's a lot. This is really like I like when artists do records that are like, this isn't necessary. I'm just making this record, and it has good songs on it. It's not like the biggest deal in the world. It's not Tao. It's not Living in Oz. This doesn't feel like he tried that hard, but it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still a great album, and it's very important. I mean,
Rock of
Rock of Life, and
Life.
then right into Honeymoon and Beirut, like two
World
of his
Start
best songs
Turning
that
is
he
also
ever wrote.
amazing. Yeah, World Start Turning. Tear It All Down. Woman, Dream in Color. I love
Yeah,
anything
Woman.
you're grooving.
Yeah, it still has like really important iconic songs of his. Woman, Rock of Like it has quite a few of them. All his albums have quite a few of his classic songs.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so that is about to round out the '80s, honestly,
Yeah, and like
and we're
all
heading into an important album.
yes. Well, yeah, the greatest hits album is very important, but I think I mean, I don't know, it's like it has the songs that matter. Like I feel like just by default that should make it at least C tier or A
Well,
or
this album to me is just really an iconic album, just because it's the first one that I really listened to. Like I would always play this, uh, and I'd be fucking driving around as a little 5-year-old and shit. But like this really does. I think it pulls together really. I don't know, just in a great way. His songs. I would say it's B tier, just for fun. Why the hell?
yeah, just for like, just the content, like it has a different version of Bop Till You Drop, right? And wasn't there
Oh yeah, it does. It has the real version. It has
Yeah.
the actual version. But it's just it's on a whole, it's just one of those like classic compilation albums. Not many people have a real classic compilation album like that.
Yeah.
But that's what this is, and also important because Rick didn't actually make any. Like we have compilation albums in here, like for S's and G's, but they're not really his. Like this one was actually put out by him and his record label. It's the only one that he ever did.
But it's by far the
So,
worst album artwork in the 80s.
I like the album artwork actually because you realize what it is. It's just the Living in Oz.
Yeah, with different colors over it.
Literally just Living in
I
Oz.
lived in Oz.
I don't know. I've always loved that album cover. I think it's funny. It's different. Like I don't know.
Do you want to put
It's
it
just
at
a
the top of
different.
B tier, or do you think we should at least like just because it's not a studio album, do you want to like move it to the
Yeah,
end?
it's fair to do that. I would say
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
fair.
in this video gets 20 likes. We're gonna break down every single album art for Rick Springfield.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we'll
true.
do an album
Actually,
art tier list. Yeah, I could do that.
yeah. Literally, just examine. We'll do a zoom in thing for like every.
All of them will be fucking Brad tier. Just all the ones of his face, just Brad, except for Venus and like automatic because he looks like a fucking vampire.
Automatic, please.
Also, okay. So now to continue.
So now we're getting into the real time. We're getting into the Rick Springfield we all know and love. The Rick Springfield we're really here for.
The one that's horny.
The one that's horny and not in the 80s. This is what we like.
So we got Sahara Snow. Who was it? It was Tim Pierce. Who was the other guy again?
Bob Marlette.
Yeah, Bob Marlette. So it was one of
Bob
Rick's
Marlett.
first side project. We're saying first because
Pull
he's
up a
got.
picture of Bob Marlette.
Oh wait, wait, Bob Marlette.
Yeah, pull up Bob Marlette.
Was it this?
Bob Marlette.
Is it this guy?
It could be. Let's see.
It says record.
Oh, it's not that guy. There's no way. Pull up Rick Springfield, like Rick Springfield, Bob Marlette. Yeah.
Maybe it is the same guy. Oh yeah, it has to be that guy. Same spelling.
Yeah. And
Look, there they are.
well, they are. That's
They
it.
look,
That's
they,
Sahara
look,
Snow.
they look like such
So
douchebags.
I know for a fact the one in the front is Tim Pierce because I've seen like he's done like an interview with Rick.
Yeah.
So that's Bob Marlette in the back, the one that looks like a fucking coke addict.
Bob Marlette, there he is. All right, Sahara
Bob
Snow.
Marlette.
Again, I listened to that this morning actually. I feel like I would respectably give it like B, somewhere in high B tier. I think.
Oh, I have to. Well, actually, because I really haven't listened to it that much, I can't like go crazy about it. Uh,
Well,
in
Brandon
terms of
back
where it's,
then.
yeah. So I'm not sure. So it would either be. I mean, just from knowing what I know about it, I would say low B tier or high C tier. Because I don't know if it's better than Ping Pong, Hard to Hold, because Hard to Hold has all the classics. But I don't know. You guys got to take the reins with Sahara Snow.
I think
Because I don't.
if I put it in B tier, I'd probably place it like here. Not as strong as his older stuff, but I feel like it sits comfortably between these two for now.
Right. It isn't. It is. It's a good album. It's pretty cool that he did and all that nonsense.
Not to mention, this
Yeah.
is the first time Rick had Trooper Fanny on his album.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, with Lust, where he says "fucked up Pearl," right?
Oh.
Yeah. So you got 12 songs again, like pretty much like all killer, no thriller. You got all killer, no filler. Sorry. You got
It's true.
Modern World's fantastic opener. Lust is a fantastic
Satisfy
closer.
the Hush.
Ravian, best like second like
Yeah,
like,
Robbie. Yeah.
and then Scandalous Life. That's a pretty good 3-song run right there. But and then a
Psychoactive.
Psychoactive. Yeah, as soon as Scandalous Life ends, you got Satisfy the Flat. And then is everybody happy?
Oh.
That's a fun. Is everybody happy is a bar that you should play or a song that you should play at a bar, and like just crank that shit through the jukebox and like it has a call and response kind of fucking chorus.
Oh no!
Mr. Kiss is like a little jammy, like Suzanne's got the fucking when things get hot, the fucking like horny Rick era. Heaven's got a sick riff. Stranger, Bradley feels like a stranger in his house.
The hell?
New Lovers.
Oh yeah, New Lover.
Yeah, New Lover's pretty good. Somewhere is kind of trippy. I don't know if Somewhere kind of sounds like a sequel to The White Room, actually.
Yeah, this is a great album.
I'm gonna
people
pull it up. Hang on.
Yeah, pull up a song.
For some reason, like I was just thinking of this song, and the chorus like gives me White Room vibes.
I know believing there's a place I know someday we'll be. Somewhere in the silent morning, somewhere out beyond the sea of blue.
I don't know. I was thinking like kind of drawn out, like
Drawn out?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick. In the 90s, in the late 90s, really, and of course, this is now we're working up to when he had his great affair with his wife. Rick in the late 90s, like, had this thing where he was like, Oh, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna, everybody's gonna like me because they're not even gonna remember me from the '80s. I'm just gonna be a different guy. And he tried to make all this very cool indie like music for people that like to sit in their car and drink coffee and smoke cigarettes. And, it worked out well. This turned out to be, I think, probably in my opinion, his favorite era. So whether or not I know Sahara Snow very well, it's a very good album.
It's also some pretty fun cover art too.
It's still, yeah, wonderful cover art.
I just
I
wanted to
love
play
it.
this because I fucking love this riff.
Let's hear it.
Like just for that, like I'm not even gonna play the rest of this song. Like I don't know, I think that riff sounds cool as fuck. So
No, no, no.
yeah, I think I'll
And
put
you're
it
right.
here. I think this is a good spot because yeah, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can't put that over hard to hold with Love Somebody
No.
and shit. Yeah. What the fuck is even on
All
this?
right.
This backtracks, right? What even is this?
Backtracks is Mission Match.
Oh.
Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
I guess by default, do we just put it there if it's the same
Oh,
thing?
it's not as good as Greatest Hits. I think honestly it's C tier because, well, because no, you have to think about it in terms of the quality of what is. Backtrack stands for all of those stupid fucking Mission Magic reboot compilations that shouldn't exist.
Oh, then there should just be
And
F
it's
tier.
like, yeah, no, like Backtracks is just like, why? Why do Backtracks exist?
It's
Brad
just
tier.
white. Actually, no, yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's Brad tier. Fuck it.
yeah,
It shouldn't exist. Fuck.
yeah. Get that the hell out of there.
All right, there's nothing else to say. Karma
So
is.
now I would have to, yeah, I would have to advocate for that. I mean, this is, where do I even begin with this album? This is the album that speaking of albums that shouldn't have been made, this is the album that should have been made, and it was. Uh, this album, this is a very serious album written with a very concise theme. My dad is dead, and you know you can see that from the cover of the album. Rick, just put a bunch of crosses on a green background, and then put a cutout of his dog on it. Like there was a high budget for this album, and all of it was spent on the music, so none of it was spent on the cover. But uh, this album is an album very hardly based in slide guitar work and country sounding music. It was the precursor, of course, to rocket science, done in a more traditional way with real instruments and all kinds of real cool stuff. Uh, this is one of the best albums ever made, in my opinion. It's a god tier album. I can't even get into it. I mean, we could play a couple songs, but like this is the best album.
Yeah, like just the overall concept with his last words is like kind of the like ambient lead into the opening drums for It's Always Something. Karma is a fantastic title track. Fucking Free is on here. I know he has that in some of his live shows. Fucking Prayer, fantastic song. The White Rooms,
Religion of art.
yeah, Religion of the Heart, Act of Faith. Hey Maria, which is supposed to be a bonus track, like hidden track, is fantastic. Ordinary Girl is a nice song. Like pretty much, like I could just say every song on this album, and to some degree, I'm gonna say it's good. I mean, his last words just filler. Like it's like but it's like filler with a reason. It's like just ambient, like 30-second noise or whatever. Yeah,
Well, yeah, the thing, what I think why I appreciate this album so much, and maybe Sarah Snow too, is that it and SCAA is it was before I think his music became very loud sounding, and before technology kind of changed to more clean sounding music that was less honest and like jagged. Like I like '90s music. I like stuff before 2000s. I'm like, this is when Rick was writing really perfect songs, better than his '80s music, but technology was still older and it still sounded, I don't know, more real than like even Venus and Overdrive. Like the songs are probably better on Venus and Overdrive, but just the production on the early 2000s and the late '90s albums is so good uh, that it can't be beat, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So there we go. We're moving on to 2001.
all right, greatest hits alive. I gotta be honest, like this is probably honestly one of my favorite live. I don't listen to live albums all that often, but this is up there. Like just with the
It's an
ones that
important
I've
album.
owned. Yeah, I would put this. It has to at least be A tier.
Yeah, I could definitely see it there. Yeah.
And I'm kind of doing the same rule where I'm only putting it at the end because it's basically a greatest hits album just live. That's all it is.
Right. I
And
could
it's
see it. I could see it
yeah.
above Tao, but it is. I could also see it there.
Yeah, this is a
I probably put
fucking
it there.
awesome live album. It ends or it starts with "Affair of the Heart," which has that like crazy intro where you fucking I think it's like a minute of like ambient like concert
Bum
noises, people
bum
cheering,
bum
and then
bum.
yeah, then it does that instrumental build up until he just fucking rips the guitar. Holy shit, it's
Bam.
so cool. And then like it leads right into the second song, "I've Done Everything for You." Like there's just so many fucking and like he has the random Gloria cover on here. He does one of his medleys, which he's famous for doing, where he pairs up a bunch of different songs. So what was that? It was "What Kind of Fool Am I?" or "Don't Walk Away," "Carry Me Away," "Everybody's Girl," um, freaking "Calling All Girls," and then "Stand Up." Yeah, that was the last one. Yeah, yeah, it's cool as fuck. Just great covers. A beautiful rendition of "My Father's Chair." "State of the Heart's" on here. That's a fantastic song. Free. Yeah, fucking it's classic. This
Uh,
I
yeah,
know Lio's on here, and that's about it.
that's going F tier. We have to just say that right
Yeah,
now.
just random
Because
shit.
while it's not a Mission Magic reboot compilation, it is a outsourced record label compilation, and those are just as bad and horrible and terrible, and they have no artistic taste.
Is it as worth?
But it
Would you
does have
say
Lio on.
it's? Oh, that's
Um,
right. We're gonna say we would put it here, but it has Lio on it, which is at least a new song, so we'll put it up here.
yeah, we love Lio, which is I love that like all the demos for Living Oz are crap. There's two of them. Like I Need You, I think is one of them, and the other one's Lio, and they're just like terrible.
Yeah.
But thank you, they're good.
All right.
Be moving on to one of the most important albums. Yeah, that's where it goes.
Karma has to be above it though.
For what it is.
I will
Yeah,
say.
absolutely.
SDAA,
Um,
holy shit. Okay, here, like I will make one argument. I'm still fine with leaving it in God tier, but I think I was telling Brandon earlier today, like I would only knock it down a couple pegs because like I'm just kind of like a nerd when it comes to like albums with like a cool theme and shit. And this is very clearly I'm angry, my relationship is fucking awful. But then like why is there a random song about kids who run away from home?
oh
Like
well, don't worry about that. That's just part of it.
I don't even think Angels of the Disappear is a bad song, mind you. I just think it's
Well, it
like,
fits in very well with the rest of the album. I mean, musically, it
yeah,
works.
yeah, it definitely does work. It's just if the subject matter was different and like fit what the story he's trying to tell. Because I feel like it's like in the middle of the album and it's like he's talking to you're understanding that he's got some fucked up relationship with his wife and you're kind of like feeling it, and then suddenly it's just like random song about kids running away
You're
from home.
chilling out, pray for
And then it
you.
has like that like random like instrumental like segment where they cut in like news reports and it's like, oh, this child was missing, and I'm like, what is this?
Oh, yeah, that's some random shit. Yeah, I like that
I
though.
don't know. That's
I
the
remember.
only reason why I would consider putting it like here instead.
Yeah, no, I like those at the Beam Bat though. It's a weird album. It's like every record like that you go further with him, like you see him like delving further and further, like closer into like the classic era, and like just getting into real songs that are just like so like unhinged and creative, and they're all like different and weird. Like I don't know, it's like this.
Well, let me just say that this is how the fucking album starts.
Oh no,
Like
no, no.
I would keep playing it. I mean, we're probably already copyright struck at this point, but like, holy shit.
Thank you for music though. Songbird music. Mm.
This album just fucking it just starts like the album kicks off, you get this shit and it fucking just grips you. There's like a 5 or 6 like fucking song run on this that's just absolutely like what it's from this to Jesus Saves at least, because it kind of slows
Yes.
down after that. Like just that run of
Yeah.
songs is a insanity. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and really, this is also, of course, this is what he was trying to do with Automatic, where he just runs every song together, and there's really no cuts,
yeah,
and it actually works with this album. Of course, it doesn't. It kind of works with Automatic, but this is just a very, very impressive album. uh, that it's all together and just how good it sounds. I mean, like I don't even know how something like that comes together. It's very cool. Um, so yeah, but now we're going on to part two of that album, of course.
Yeah, so this had
Uh,
wasn't it like some random like I know it had some live stuff. It had like the demos on it and like
so we're gonna go down the list of this right now. We're gonna look at it.
yeah, I got it in front of me.
So the first song on it is a song called "Forever," which I don't even know what the fuck that is. I think it's a Karma demo. Uh, with random voices. So that's that. But yeah, then it has "Love Screws Me Up," the demo. Um,
Yeah, from Songs for the End of
from
the World. Way
from
Karma
better.
cut.
there you go, the Karma cut, which is fantastic. Then you got "Revolution Day," which is an amazing song from Karma as well. "Rhythm of the Beat," which I think is from that FX thing.
Oh yeah.
That yeah, that we don't even need to know about. Which is also the show that he was doing when he cheated on his wife. Um, so that yeah, there's a bunch of songs from that. "When You Dream," "Faithful" is a song that apparently he said was always one of his favorites that he wrote but never released. And I'm not sure why it exists, but I never really listened to it. It's kind of slow. "Her Body Makes Vows" is on this on its actual official album release. Um, what's it called? Rock of oh yeah. So then it has the run of demos from the '80s: "Rock of Life," "Affair of the Heart," "Souls," "Don't Talk to Strangers," "Poison Pen," Brandon's favorite. America, and then it has "American Girls," a live version of that, which is a Springfield song. "Fire Brigade," a demo of that, which is a Springfield song, and a demo of a Springfield song called "Sweet Teaser," and then "Will I," but it's an unplugged version. So it's got some pretty cool. It's like a really cool extra disc kind of thing. Yeah, it's something like that.
Would you say it's more important than his first greatest hits album, or should we drop
No,
it?
I wouldn't. Honestly, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say because it has a bunch of like of those FX songs that aren't really songs
Yeah.
that are kind of weird, but it's very cool. It's a cool thing to have. But then we're getting, of course, to one of the weirder Rick Springfield albums ever made.
Yeah, we got The Day After Yesterday. It's all is it all covers or I thought one song wasn't like Cry like an original
Bro.
song? Yeah. But everything else on here is all covers. You know, you got Broken Wings, you got I'm Not in Love, thank you Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
That's true.
We got fucking Life in a Northern Town. Under the Milky Way is actually one of my favorites on that album. Imagine, because you
Yeah,
know Rick is obsessed with John Lennon.
for
And then
no
what was that
one.
other? Yeah, No One. Yeah, for No One.
That's an
Mi-
amazing cover.
Miss
It's
You
one of the best
Less.
Beatles covers ever made.
Oh, Waiting for a Girl Like You is on here. Another fantastic
Yep.
song.
Baker Street.
Baker Street is fucking awesome. You know what? I feel like here's the thing. I don't know if I want to discredit it a little bit because it is essentially just a covers album. Like if those were all his actual songs, like this would be
Right.
amazing. But I feel like because it's not like
No, yeah, I
yeah.
don't care about covers. If it's somebody who's doing the song, like it's their song. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about that.
Yeah, okay. You
Like
know, that's fair. But
it's just like how they make it.
yeah.
Um,
And like I feel like he does a pretty good spin on because I've heard like the original versions of most of the songs on this album.
Yeah.
But he does his own spin on it, and I can respect that. So I would say like if it's not, I would either do like really low on A tier or like really high on B tier.
It's probably it's B tier. I would say it's
Not
B
above
tier.
Rock of Life.
No,
Not above Wait for no. No, because I feel like these are just so more iconic to him. These three. Like
right?
I would maybe put it here.
Yeah, I could see. I would definitely say it's better than Sahara Snow. Definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but maybe not. I mean, maybe it's better than Hard to Hold. I don't know. But Hard to Hold is pretty
Hard to
important.
Hold is literally being carried by the literally the strength of Love Somebody and Bop Till You Drop. I mean the other songs are out like Stand Up Too is on there, but like
Stand
Love
up is really.
Somebody
I
is
like
what's
Taxi
carrying that
Dancing and
album.
Stand Up.
What was that?
I like Taxi Dancing and Stand Up. Those two are really good.
Yeah. Yeah, you know
But
those
other
I
than
agree
that, yeah.
here. Yeah. And then what the hell's on this? I know this was like a
So this
bonus
one,
disc.
we don't know any songs from it. None of us do. It's the bonus disc, much like SDAA for Day After. He went on some kick in the early 2000s where it's just like, I'm going to make bonus discs for all the albums.
Yeah.
But like, I guess nobody wanted them, so he stopped. But So we don't know any fucking songs from this. So we're gonna say fuck you to Rick for not repressing this, and we're putting it in Brad tier. You can't even listen to it because he's an asshole.
Well, actually, I need to fix this because this is
Yeah,
definitely
beautiful
better.
feelings needs to be last. Yes.
Okay, we'll do this. That's good.
Yeah.
All right,
Um.
and this is a
Yeah.
live
Fuck
thing,
that.
right? I don't even.
Live and Kickin'. This is a re-release. Well, not a re-release, but it was released in 2006, even though it's a show from 1982 for the Working Class Dog Tour, and it's actually quite a good album. I mean, it's just Rick live, which you really don't get to hear it all from the 80s because he never made any live albums then. But that's basically what this is. It is the Rick Springfield 1980s live album, and it's very good. We don't know that much about it though, because I don't think any of us listen to it that much. I would say it's probably. I mean, yeah, it's there. We don't want B to get like too like congested or whatever, but
Oh yeah,
like
we can always drop some down to like
I would
C
say it's
maybe.
probably like best of C tier, honestly, just from my personal opinion, because it is all the all the classic songs. Now that yeah can definitely go there, honestly.
Yeah, like okay, Christmas album. So I feel like obviously your enjoyment, if you're someone who dislikes Christmas music closer to actual Christmas, like me, this is fantastic. This is actually like usually what I like putting on around Christmas time if I'm just playing background music, like super like relaxing and it kind of just it's very cozy, like chill winter music. No pun intended
Right,
on the chill. I don't know what else
and
to say, but it's better than his '70s stuff, honestly.
well, and the thing about this is this album is of course the calm before the storm, um,
Mm.
which nobody could have ever expected. Right before 2008. Um, it's a very slow, chill album. Right before it was all about to go to shit, and everybody was about to learn who the Snake King was.
Yeah,
So, it's a good document of the last moments of Rick's sanity.
fuck yeah. And then what the fuck is that?
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard this. The fucking yeah. Um,
Do what you want with it.
I'm gonna just put it just despite
Burn
the
it. I
random
don't care.
stuff. Honestly, it's
Like,
fine. All I remember is that Rick sings like right before the chorus. He sings that part.
oh, okay. Just look at like the cover. Do you realize what picture that is of him?
Which what? Wait.
Like, go back to the cover with Jimmy Martin. Look at the like. You realize what picture that is of
Oh,
him?
it's that.
They do that because it came out in 2006, so they literally just took the picture from his most recent album.
What is that guy's name? Was it?
Jimmy Martin.
I love how.
It just doesn't even come up. Jimmy Martin, and then it's Love Somebody.
Yeah, this. I've actually listened to this.
I don't
And I'm
know if
done.
I
Okay,
have.
you know what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just.
Nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah,
What
nah,
the
nah.
fuck was that? Okay, hang on. Let me restart this. Did you guys hear this shit? Hang on.
Oh yeah, what was
Man, like,
that?
just
Nah, nah,
I'm immediately out. I know immediately.
robot thing.
Oh, I can see the path you're cutting.
Bro,
What
why does
the?
he sound like that?
What?
It cost me a little piece of my heart. I can see
Ah,
the doors were shut in.
What?
Cause they were
oh, here,
open
here
at the
comes Rick.
start. Baby, loving you is working
Oh,
hard on me. You're a tough little sister just looking for Mr. Right.
Jesus Christ.
On the wrong side of town. You better love somebody. It's late, you better love
What are these
Yeah, I'm
people?
sorry. That was like the Kids Bop version of that fucking
Yeah, that
song.
was really bad.
That's staying down here. Holy shit.
Why was that guy like fat, but he had that big hair like that?
I'm also
Son
putting.
of a son of a beach. Fuck Rick for that.
Yeah, fuck
I
Rick
want to hear
for
son of a
releasing
beach.
reggae
That could literally
music.
be in God tier. That could be in God tier, but it's not.
It has,
So corny.
Son of a Beach is the fallen angel.
Someday we'll have son of a beach and it'll be all right. But for now we'll never have son of a beach.
We'll give it a
Um.
respectable B tier when the time comes.
Okay, so
Okay.
now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the classic era. This is what we've all been waiting for. Few artists in history. Let me just, preface this. Preface the rest of the video with this. Few artists in history have excelled so far into their career and at such an age, that made their peak albums this like 40 years after they started. But Rick Springfield did just that from 2008 to 2018, and it's called the Classic Era. Including five main albums and a couple other small little crappy things that you'll see along the way. But yeah, all these albums you can expect praise to be heard for the next 10 minutes.
Except for like maybe one, because I didn't even get the chance to listen to this yet. Anyways,
That one, let's not even talk about it. And of course, the singles will do a little bit about, but it's mostly about these five albums that encompass
Hmm.
classic.
so
Here we go.
kicking off the classic era, so this is a single in two parts. This cover art we got here is the one that you can get on any streaming, and I can even pull up the live version too easily. And then there's a studio version, which we have on our channel here, of course.
Which is
So,
part of the next record we'll be talking about.
but yeah, like
There
it
we go.
was what, the UK one? I think it was a bonus track
It's
on.
on the UK one, yes.
Yeah. Literally just for the song by itself, both versions, I would just immediately put it at A tier because it's the beginning of the insanity.
Right.
It just
Put the bullet in a rock and roll's head. Radio used her and left her for dead. Black roses bloom from where she bled. Come on, is there anybody out there?
like this sounds like SDAA, but like on PCP.
Yeah, I don't know who makes music like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
Would you say that it's better than
Incredible.
the entirety of Greatest Hits Alive?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Incredible concept of a song asking how rock and roll is no longer the popular music fad of the 21st century and who killed it. And what I like about this song is that the first fucking line of the song tells you who killed rock and roll. And then like he asks who it is for like the next 4 minutes. But in the first line he says, "Rat put the bullet in rock and roll's head."
And then he
Like
proceeds to be angry for like 3.5 minutes, and it's awesome.
yeah, like asking who it is. Like it's so good. Like I don't think any other song has really any other real actual amazing song has made like that statement.
Yeah.
Like the changing famous musical style of the of the century. So that's pretty cool. And I just think it's an amazing song. Like when he does, I turn on my radio and all I hear is this, and then it just goes black.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, this part.
You're living in the black abyss.
And when he would do that in concerts, like the whole stage and everything went black, so you couldn't hear anything
Yeah,
except the crickets.
right, and then people get touched. What if he just ran into the crowd and started touching people?
That was the night I lost my virginity. Thanks,
Can we
Rick.
touch everybody? Come here.
All right.
Okay, so now it's time. I think just do it. There you go.
We have a lot to say about it, but like before we even like do that, might as well just put it in its worthy spot.
So Brad, we've been talking to you. We've been sending personal messages to you a lot throughout this video, but I think you put this album maybe in like the 7th spot or like what? Like I think you put it in like 13 or 12 or something.
My beautiful feelings.
Yeah. It was like number 13, I think, or 14.
Yeah. So, you had numerous comments about this album. One being you had high hopes for it when you heard "What's Victoria's Secret." So you love that, right? You go gaga for that, and sometimes you get excited to it in the shower. But then you said you heard the album and you were thoroughly disappointed, and for reasons of which that he was pandering towards more feminine material in the feminine view. What? So, what's Victoria's Secret? I mean, obviously, has the most female, intention there. that a girl would listen to that song or like that. So then, what do you think Venus in Overdrive was like? Should be in the Barbie movie? Like, I don't get it. Do you think that song should be like? What's this guy's problem? Why has he got to come in and shit on this beautiful fucking album and talk about She and say he fucking hates it?
Yeah, or
Like,
like
what?
literally one passenger. Like what the
From one
hell?
passenger. And Saint Sahara. I don't know. You must have no soul, Brad, if you don't like the best album of the 21st century. It doesn't make any sense. Um, it's up there for a reason. It's gonna stay there. We're not putting anything in front of it. We already know this.
Yeah,
Uh, you know,
it's not moving.
it, he made it. Yeah, like Rosa Parks, it's not going anywhere. So you know, it's I don't know. When we made this, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he decided to begin his ascension into the Snake King, but he did, and he did it with this album. And just started to make records that had song after song after song that were just like could not be topped. And right while that's happening, we'll be putting my precious little one Brad because it's just why. Why would you forsake Venus in Overdrive by making this the following year?
Yeah, because
It's literally Mission Magic, but like 10 times worse.
do you want to know what my exact reaction was? Because I remember living through this shit. Like, I mean, you did too, but like I remember
I don't know. I don't remember my precious little ones.
no, because like Venus and Overdrive had come out. The album was amazing, and then like there was like a website, or like if you're like going online, you saw Rick Springfield's website, like announcing new album, and then you read My Precious Little Ones, and you're like, well, that sounds weird. And then you look at the track list and like read the description. He's like, yeah, it's a lullaby album. Just immediate blue balls. As blue as the fucking cover art. That's what my balls looked like until 2012. Because
If
Rick fucking
you practice on
cockblocked
vinyl,
me.
man.
Where is it? Where's it on vinyl? Where's my precious little ones on blue vinyl?
And
Uh,
knowing Rick, he would sooner press that than Venus and Overdrive, and I will kill him for it.
That's true. He would do that because he liked that album because he made it when he was happy with his wife.
By the way,
Um, yeah, that is where that's gonna go. I think. I think honestly, that's just naturally where that would be.
yeah.
Um, of course, then Rick sat like a sleeping giant after making My Precious Little Ones, one of the most important albums he did, and waited 3 years to make something that nobody would ever expect. His a second record to top Venus and Overdrive, like no artist had ever done to top another record, and that would be called "Songs for the End of the World." A completely, just completely expanding on both the music he was making at the time and how he was releasing it. He released Venus and Overdrive in like 5 different fucking forms, like a dumb asshole, uh, to confuse everybody with different endings to the album. And he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it once again. I'm gonna." This is when he started to become known for this in his fandom of being a crazy motherfucker with different versions for every album. And said, "I'm gonna make different covers for every album." And they're all different, and some of them have pictures of my cock in it, and some of them don't. Um, but anyway, this album he added several bonus tracks like he did to Venus and Overdrive, and it's just like it. I don't know. These albums are just layered. I mean, they're like Beach Boys albums, just completely different kind of music, but they're layered in such a way that there's so much going on, and it's like wilderment, but you can still take it all in. It's not like a goddamn Transformers movie where you don't know what's going on. Like 100 Gex album, what doesn't make any sense. It's like Depravity, where there's like a billion fucking things going on, and he's screaming, and there's really loud arena guitar, but it's like these are great pop songs, um, and they're all just wonderful. They all have different themes like Sign of Life. Again, this is an album that's themed. It's like the end of the world's coming. Sign of Life about aliens and where are the aliens and blah blah blah. And our ship's sinking. Just a typical good old Rick love song. And a song about he hates himself and blah blah blah. Depravity. It's just like there's a great sense of urgency with this album. Like everything, at any fucking moment, your fucking CD player's just gonna fucking blow up
Yep.
when that album is done. So it's I don't know. We have a lot of passion about these 5 records.
I mean,
And I would say that's a perfect place for it to go because while it is still amazing, those three records, I don't know if anybody can top them.
look, let me just say this again. Another in typical Rick fashion, multiple bonus tracks. You know, you got a version of "Let Me In" before it
Right,
shows up on the next album, Rocket Science.
amazing.
Lust randomly shows up as one of the bonus tracks. You got a live single of Jet, fantastic
Yeah.
cover. You have this godforsaken song, which this
The
song,
real end, the
again,
official ending to the record.
yeah. Like, listen to this shit. Hang on.
James Dean.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's exactly like I said. Like at any moment, bro, like something's gonna fucking blow up while the song's playing.
Yeah, like this
Because then
is
he
what is it?
talk to you.
Just barely under 2 minutes, and
I
this
know. It's
song is
just
better than anything below it. Basically,
that's true. That's true.
he
And
literally
meanwhile,
yeah,
Alex just stares at you, crying.
he just gave zero. Oh yeah,
Looking
her
back,
body
I
makes
guess.
vows.
Huh?
Her body makes vows is on here. My DUI is on
Oh,
here,
that's
right?
true. Oh yeah, yeah. All good stuff. I
Yeah, like
really
all the
like.
bonus tracks are just insane. All right, this is a respectable C or B. Actually,
I would say.
I would say C.
I don't think. Wait, pull up the man that never was. Pull up that song.
Have you heard it?
No, I don't think so. That's why I gotta hear it. Gonna put it there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, this is really good.
I think Dave Grohl's on this too.
Yeah, he is.
Can't say that I like her manner. I can't say that I like her face. I'm carved up on a
Wow.
silver platter. Serve warm, she's a real head case. I won't wait for
Oh, this is really good. I love this song.
I can't stay for the sacrifice. I
I'll play
won't
it.
die as an unknown soldier. I
Yeah,
won't even try.
good.
Sometimes you make me play the fool. Sometimes you use me like a tool. You are the whip that drives the mule, and I bring the goods
Oh,
right
yeah.
back to you. You break my back, you break my balls, you break
I honestly
my
think this
heart,
goes
you
above
break
like.
my sometimes
I think this goes
you
above
make me
all of it.
feel like just
This
like
is
the
so
man
good.
that never was.
This is classic era.
Just like the man
Yeah, this
that
song's
never
awesome.
was.
Bro, this is really punky. I like this.
Oh wait, here.
That's like
Let me show you the solo
that
too.
has like the
Actually,
same vibe as like what was it? Who Killed Rock and Roll or like Jet or any of the cool singles that he's put out like that. I love that.
yeah. Here's the pre-chorus. Yeah, and then it goes back to the
Wow.
chorus. Holy shit! Yeah, I forgot how good that solo is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it a. It's above Rock of Life. Like the entire album, this song is just better than you. Okay, bye.
Honestly, it's honestly it feels like as good as like Who Killed Rock and Roll. So I would say it is close to A tier. Yeah, I mean it could be an A tier. It's really good, and it
Actually,
has the
yeah.
classic era credibility. Like it's just really fucking good.
Holy shit!
Like I like that. That's a punky song.
I actually haven't heard that song in a while, so like that's why I was kind of letting it play a little bit longer, and also because you hadn't heard it. But I was like,
Yeah,
holy shit! Wait, I forgot how good this song is.
that's good.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
I like how we just kept moving. We started it down here. We just kept moving it up as we were
Yeah,
we were like, yeah, no, it's more.
that's good.
All right.
All right, there you go. No, Hey, you don't get to just turn your mic off and then say Brad about rocket science. You can't do that. Right? We've been doing this. Rocket science is amazing, but it is there.
Okay, let's have a discussion. Brandon, we'll
Yep.
toss the ball to you first. Why do you
Yeah,
think this belongs down here?
this is
It's
a controversial.
Solitude, that's it.
Because what?
Crowd of Solitude, trash song.
That's
No, that's a great pull up. Crowded Solitude right now.
you would force it down to the depths of Brad tier for what was it again? The
Crowded Solitude. And you know it's in the classic era, so you know it's there for a like this album. I love this song.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4,
3, 4,
5
5.
reasons a man for all seasons
I know I
would
haven't talked at
be
all
inclined to
during
wanna
this little video,
stay.
wait, what
No,
is
no,
it?
you're
but
good.
honestly, Rocket Science low key did not get the hype that it deserved. It honestly
Oh,
it gives that little country vibe with like a little bit of rock. Like it is perfect. It sits very well in its own little genre.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy just really just brought the whole fucking video together. Oh my god. See, this is what we're looking for. We need that. That's true. That's exactly what it does.
Rick literally is his own genre. Like you just
That's
can't fit
true.
him anywhere.
holy shit!
Well, yeah, because not many other people put like it's time to cowboy up in their fucking songs.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
time
time
to
to
cowboy up.
cowboy up. Yeah, pretty
Wait,
classic from Light This Party Up.
hang on.
Um,
We needed to show the people.
yeah, this album is. Oh yeah, Mercy. I think Mercy's on YouTube, which is pretty crazy.
Now, this is actually a little known
Yeah,
fact. The prequel to Snake King.
that's true. This is the prequel to Snake King.
That girl is a gift, like a social disease.
Order your copy now.
If you catch my drift,
I will. I actually will.
she brought me to my
Don't need them,
knees, and like a wrecking hammer, she broke me down till I said, please. Oh yeah.
Brandon hears this and goes, "That's enough."
Was it her plan of attack? While
No,
she
Brandon's
was
gotta hear the
breaking
chorus.
my back, she left me
Like,
hanging
Yeah,
with
that's
my
exactly
heart in my brain. Say a
Say
prayer
a song for me.
Winter is here in the month of July. It's my misguided notion, silent as a scream. There were no warning signs in her eyes, and I'm so pleased to meet you, Miss Mayhem.
All right, let me.
I'll give you this. The first four songs of the album are good. After that, it falls apart.
So you don't like Miss Mayhem?
Is
Yeah,
this one
wait.
not-
He
It's
specifically
the first
stopped.
five. Miss Mayhem is the fifth song.
Oh, so the first five songs, the bag goes downhill.
It's
Yeah,
so
but let
yeah.
me in's in the
You don't
second
like Pay It
half.
Forward. You don't like Pay It Forward, Brandon. Why do you like Pay It
Pay
Forward?
for trash, credit salty trash, found trash,
You don't like
garbage, garbage.
Oh my garbage, garbage, garbage. No. Found is great. Found is great. What else? So, come on, Beautiful Inside. The final song is amazing. What's it called? Of course, Earth to Angel, one of his most classic songs. What's it called? What
How
else?
long has it been since that came out?
5 years. Wait, no, 7 years.
Holy crap! I
Yeah.
remember when it came out too.
Yep, crazy stuff. I remember when it came out too. And I mean, Down and Like This Party Up and that one. And I mean, just all these. I mean, it's the classic era for a reason. Every single one of these albums has a complete
Beat here.
full on it. Will you stop? You know it. You know it's God tier. You know what's in it.
Look,
You know it's one of the
I wish I
best
had a
records.
concrete heart. We connect. Let
I wish
me
they had
in.
Concrete Heart. Exactly. All of these classic songs that just the fact that Rick has not went out and just said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna do for you all of these fucking bombshell songs that I wrote." Other than I wish I had a Concrete Heart.
Okay, wait. I haven't really heard. What the hell did I think I keep hitting something on my goddamn. Oops. There we go. Cool. All right. Okay, I don't have a whole lot to say about Stripped Down because I haven't listened to it in a while, but it does have "If Wishes Were Fishes," and that's kind of a funny song.
Stripped Down. I have a lot to say about Stripped Down. Of course, the third album in the classic era. Something nobody expected. It is the the little outing Rick did in between. There's two albums and then there's another two albums after this of the classic era, and he's basically doing a little calm down thing where he says, "I'm going to do a whole new album. It's going to be a completely different album, but it's going to have a bunch of songs that I already did, but they're going to be completely different. Okay, don't worry about it." And so he made Strip Down, and of course, I would say Strip Down is actually. Oh yeah, we did Rocket Science before Strip Down, but that doesn't matter. But um, because this is 2015, but this album has many songs that are not on any other Rick album, including Painted Girl, one of his first songs he ever wrote. An amazing song, a little Beatles thing. Um, what else is on there? Oh yeah, Rolling and Tumbling, If Wishes Were Fishes. Uh, what the hell? What are those other ones? I'm blanking. Let me pull up the strip down thing because I know there's other ones that are unique to it.
So what?
Oh yeah,
So
Baby Blue.
oh yeah, Baby Blue's on there.
Oh wow,
I
really
guess
good
I
song.
got what I
What I
deserve.
deserve. Um, yeah, this is I really think the album where Rick became, while he was always an amazing guitar player, especially in the '70s and the early '80s. I think this is where Rick came back to being actually a really impressive guitar player in his own right, playing on his own albums, playing really sophisticated blues stuff, slide stuff, um, and you can tell even by the really fantastic guitars playing on the cover. But um,
Also, a little known
I don't
fact
know.
that his version of Baby Blue is what actually played in the last episode of Breaking Bad.
That's true. Yeah, they did play that.
Um,
But yeah,
I
this
feel like
album is just
it sounds
very
like you
special.
want to put it in A tier. I need to listen to it again, and I'm going to be doing
Oh,
that
I'd put it
tomorrow.
in
But
God tier, but if anything, I'd say it's
God,
no, I would put it. Oh yeah, absolutely. It is like it does have the like official versions to me of many of the songs, like Me and Johnny on
oh
there.
yeah,
So like even uh like to me everything that is done that's like everything that's in the classic era is the official version of that song.
This
Like
is
Jessica
God tier.
Girl, huh?
This is not God tier.
No, it's God tier. No, it doesn't have to be. It can be A tier, but if it's an A tier, I would definitely say it's at least above like Tau, like at least around there. But yeah, no, it's a really special
I
album.
can remember that. I can remember that.
See, there we go. See now, yeah, that's fair to put there in terms of quality. I would probably put it like honestly in my like real like opinion, personal opinion, I would put it like after Rocket Science, but obviously that's not true.
no,
Uh,
I have to. I was kind of memeing when I put it here, but I feel like it's got to be like somewhere here.
I would say it's at least after SDAA,
Yeah.
but it may be better. Like Snaking is a very impressive album. It's a like
Holy shit,
it is really
Morpheus.
it is like it's on a Pink Floyd level. It's on a Bob Dylan level. It's on all the best people who have made music. This could be one of their albums.
I will say I know I've given the cover art some flack, but just compared to all of his other shit, at least stands out.
Oh, it's a cool album cover.
Because
I
it's just like
love it.
his face, and then just fucking look at me. I'm the goddamn
It's
Snake King, you
basically his
fuck.
Donda. It's basically his Donda, where he's like, I'm not even gonna put anything on the cover.
Yeah, Don fucking Donda.
It
It
Holy
is.
definitely
shit,
fits in the
dude.
God tier spot.
Dude, Land of the Blind opener, Orpheus closer, fucking the insanity that is Suicide Manifesto, fucking Santa's an anagram, Blues for the Disillusioned,
Yep.
fucking what else is there? Devil That You Know, Little Demon, Voodoo House.
Voodoo House slaps.
Voodoo House is fucking amazing. Okay,
But
hang on.
you're
Let me
but you hear it
just
down
like
and you don't like
while
it.
I have you
Yeah,
guys
you can throw
distracted,
that
I'm just
there.
gonna
You can literally throw that there because that's where it's got to go. Um, that's
we'll say 5 things on it later, but
yeah.
staking. Holy shit, what else do we say about staking? Like fucking
when you start a song on Snake King, you're immediately just like, oh Jesus,
You're
because
drawn in. You know what you're
yeah, if you open Little
yeah.
Demon, it's like, and like even Devil That You Know, like immediately you just I'm the devil. Like Rick has a lot of funny songs like that where he just starts it with like a line for some reason. He just starts it with like him screaming a line out.
But but how side B kicks off is amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, well side B obviously referring to the vinyl because I know the track listing's slightly different with vinyl, but yeah, fucking it starts with God Don't Care, which is people screaming and fucking helicopters flying overhead and shit. Wait, let's just
Also, this video gets 15 likes. We're gonna do a reaction to every single Rick music video.
Rick music video tier list and we'll watch them in their entirety. Let's get completely demonetized.
How is this video filmed like this, bro?
Baby, baby, come on down to the voodoo house.
That was him right there. Hang on a second. Let me just cut back.
Baby, baby,
That's the Snake King. That's what he looks like.
Oh yeah, that is Springfield, by the way.
come on down to the voodoo house.
Well, I meant like that's him, like as the persona of the Snake
Oh
King.
yeah, that is actually the Snake King. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the deep dark south.
I like
Why
that
does he
he
look
took
like
the
that?
time to point out that yes, I'm in the South. Look, it's not totally not the
Yeah, look, he
barbarians.
just points out in the music video.
Graveyard dirt and the smell from the
Jesus.
witch's brew.
Wait, is his guitar strap a piece of rope? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is.
Come on down. Come on down. I got you your very own room in the voodoo house.
Little known fact: this was actually a precursor to him showing up on the TV show
We don't know
Supernatural
in
as
fact,
Satan.
actually, that girl right there closing her eyes, that's actually the girl that he cheated on his wife with.
Yeah, he fucked her while in the
That's her.
Snake King persona, so it wasn't actually Rick, and therefore
Yeah,
it wasn't.
exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
it
the
wasn't
Snake King.
infidelity.
It's fine.
No, but like, holy shit! Like, I'm watching him perform on stage here. This is literally how he just looked. Jesus, I didn't want that. What the fuck? Oh!
What he looks like.
Wait, hang on.
There he is.
I need to grab a screen grab of this. This is
Yeah,
actually.
we need a capture of this. Look at
Oh
him.
god, fucking. Hang on a second. My like.
Baby, come on
There
down
we
to the
go.
video. Guys.
Okay, I know how to do it. We're just gonna do that. Cool. But anyways, I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah. I would say that's here.
So Snake King, we know what it is. It is the blues album.
All right, you need to do some explaining with this because we didn't grab the actual single covers.
Yeah, so this is gonna be. This is actually one of two. This is one of the two Punky Brewster Rick Springfield albums. Custom made by me, but they are official records. This is the Ricky Springpap's Coronavirus tape. Of course, made when compiled when in 2019, 2020, when 2020 when Rick got into his whole coronavirus era, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to capitalize off of coronavirus by making a bunch of songs no one's going to like." But anyway, this EP includes 7 songs. Including 2 the 2 coronavirus songs he made with Vance DeGeneres, the disgraced brother of disgraced radio personality Ellen DeGeneres, who famously is a bigot and a racist. But so those 2 songs would be "Welcome to Your Bright New World," which we're queuing up now, and "Wall Will Fall," a very famous song. So we'll get into those 2 singles right now. Oh, I remember when we reacted to this video for the first time. Because look at this, because he's naked.
Yeah, wait, doesn't he?
Yeah,
What does he
yeah,
say?
because
So I guess I'm just going to go and do that because I've installed.
What is happening?
I'm
It's
just
so-
I forgot about this.
oh, yeah, random Corvette. Oh my god! Like what?
Live reaction.
Huh?
Rick needs money.
So we made this.
We watched the whole world burn in our hands. Everything's been leading up to.
Okay, I gotta.
So that. Wait. Well, there's still the Wall Will Fall, and the other 3 songs on there. 3 more. Oh my God, there's Vance DeGeneres on bass.
Classic Arizona.
There he is.
What the fuck is? I forgot about
How
this
they
fucking.
how they get so many shots on this? Oh my. Bro, what is he
So what?
What was he pointing to? What the
What's he
fuck?
pointing to?
What was he pointing to?
Oh,
Barbara, get back! Oh god, fuck that. Get me out. Hang on a second. We need to play this shit. I'm actually. That's funny that actually came up.
So then, yeah, there's this song, and then there's there's the TGL Farm songs that we'll talk about after this.
What the fuck is this? Wait.
I don't know.
And oh my god, is that Epstein?
Oh my God, yeah, there's Epstein and Ellen.
I thought that was Epstein.
Oh my God. The beautiful release. See, now, just right off the bat, what that reminds me of immediately, when he says the before release is that when he said the only moments in his life that he really looks forward to are the moments of orgasm. But anyway, yeah, so no, but the Ricky Springpabs Coronavirus tape also has the TGL Farms songs and No Human Touch. I think for No Human Touch alone, I think that makes at least a D tier.
But I love how we're putting it above like fucking Zoot, which
Things
is like
that
a
exist,
legitimate
yes.
album. Things that actually exist, and this is two like Vance needed money like songs, and
And TGL Farms.
yeah. Holy shit! This is fucking okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now this is a very this is
okay.
a single, but it's a very important release.
Because this expands upon the lore in
The lore, yes. Jesse's Girl arc, which of course we only thought was one arc for all these years.
And another collaboration effort, like with other artists is Coheed and Cambria, but like he sings the bridge, but like honestly, just for the riff, just for like just everything.
Oh, it's an amazing punk. It's an amazing like 2000s punk song. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that riff. Of course, Coheed and Cambria being the disgraced heavy metal band. I know what people don't like them anymore. I'm not a fan.
Honestly, like we can go definitely. We can go without the music video. Honestly, kind of trash. Doesn't really make sense. But the song kind of just fits well,
Yeah, I mean, I like the music video because I like that Rick is just
Product placement.
depraved. Like, yeah, product placement right here.
Oh my God, it's the Beach Bar Rum. I didn't notice that.
But like the whole music video.
Actually, no way.
Yeah, that's Beach Bar, and then like yeah, Rick looks like depressed, and he's like, of course, there he is
Look at
lusting
that.
after.
There he is.
He's lusting after this woman. Look.
Look at the girl in this video.
Yeah, I will say the girl in this music video is pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, that's what making it kind of like
This chick, yeah, but
I think that makes it God tier.
Yeah, just we're putting Jesse's Girl 2 in just God tier.
Uh-huh.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I remember when that song came out, there was so much hype because we saw like Rick sharing it. It was like, yeah, there's a sequel to Jesse's Girl. I'm like, what? Hang on. Doesn't the original girl show up here?
There it is. Yeah, that's the original Jesse's Girl.
Hot. Yeah, that's got. What if I just?
No, God tier. God tier.
I love that it's not even like you didn't even write most of the song. No.
Oh, okay. This is the definition.
Oh
of
God.
Okay.
Here it is.
Holy
Here
shit,
it is.
we're like in modern day era now.
We're here. Yeah, this is stuff we can closely remember. We're now in the days of Shamrock Brewster coverage.
Yeah, because now we got. Okay, just you can tell that Rick liked the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Rick liked the 60s. This is Mission Magic, fucking Beatles, Yellow Submarine.
This song is, of course, a direct recreation of I Should Have Known Better by the Beatles. It's almost exactly the same.
This actually is a pretty good song, though, I will say.
Oh, it's an amazing song. It's really good. This is one of his best songs that he did recently.
Yeah.
but because you took the vinyl off the store, it's automatically Brad tier.
Yeah, no, Brandon's gonna be salty about Red Vocus for the rest of his life now because
Brandon, why did you buy it?
no, no.
Pay $150 for a terrible album with a fake signature.
Oh.
Oh, come on now.
No, but
Come on.
you could have had fucking Red Locust on red vinyl with fucking
Yeah,
Another Bad Day for Cupid, fucking
honestly,
what else is even Underneath the Rainbow, fucking Vanity Skies,
guys, Glowworm,
Glowworm, woo! Fucking
Glowworm. Insert your name here.
Miss Daisy Hawkins.
Love is gonna save the day.
I feel like
Sons and
Red.
Daughters.
I feel like Red. Okay, no. Oh, Sons of Dot.
So I say it's definitely high B tier.
Should we put above? No, it's not above. No,
It's
it
not
can't be
above Hope for
above.
Night. Yeah, no, I would say it's like I would say it's honestly probably under like it's either before or after Day After Yesterday because Day After Yesterday's classic.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think
You know
actually,
what I
I think I
mean?
like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So the
honestly
Harris
fair.
goes a
That's way
better.
more
Yeah.
fair.
Sarah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We gotta respect the classics though. We can't really put Red Locust like just above fucking.
Vision Fashion.
I don't know about that.
You
I
know
think
what?
Red
Yeah,
Locust is
just
better.
put it all the way
No
up there.
way.
Actually, no.
I
I'll
think
put
Red
it above
Locust is
that.
definitely better than any '70s stuff.
Oh yeah.
But if it's there, it's there.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. No. Yeah, we're
I
doing that.
honestly think the songs are just better, mate. Like while Mission Magic is good, like oh my god, there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Death
Okay.
drives a Cadillac.
Well, no, I have a better song for that. Hang on.
Oh god.
We have
Oh
this.
god. We have this. But yeah, wait. Let's get rid of orchestrating my life live pretty quickly.
Is
I
that
think
just down
honestly
here?
that can go in F tier because for some reason it's not as offensive as the original. I don't know why, but it's less offensive. I think also because of the album cover, it's not like him looking like why does he look so much older on the Orchestrating My Life album cover than like he ever did? Like at
Yeah,
all.
he looks
Like
like
he
a
looks
fucking
like he's like
grandma.
dying. He looks like he's dying.
Just put it there.
It's so bad. Like Orchestrating My Life, it just was really the biggest travesty he ever did.
Okay, hang on.
Jack Chrome is a modern masterpiece. I'll definitely say that. Whether or not I know of it, it's definitely A tier. It's
Listen,
definitely A tier.
it's got okay, yeah. Like I was kind of joking when I put it in God tier, but I gotta be honest. Like, actually, you know what? I think I would only knock it down because I feel like not like the Russell Morris songs are like bad, but I feel like okay, it's like the Rick led songs. I feel like are way better than any of the ones that Russell sings. Like the
Right.
worst Rick song on this album is better than Russell's best song. Yeah.
Right. And I don't know if we could say Jack Chrome is better than like Living in Oz.
Jack Chrome, okay, like I'll play the song, but I think I'm gonna put it like
I think it's probably yeah, I don't know if it's better than anything classic. It's probably like better than Tao. Like I would definitely say it's better than Tao.
yeah. That's a
Like
good.
I
Hang
think
on, let me just. The people need to see this. This is. If you thought like how he looked at the Snake King was depraved and like just everything going on there, this is like the darker, like fucking edgier sibling.
yeah, no, he really did go like dark fucking like I don't know, like dark core of Snake King.
He became
Darker.
Cillian Murphy in Batman. Just look at like this is a man who has gone to the depths of hell and back to try to
Yeah,
save
that's pretty
Eileen.
terrifying.
he,
That's pretty terrifying. I like that.
He's tried to return from hell to rescue Eileen.
Oh
And,
my god.
and this is what we get.
Irreplaceable.
This is from the darkest fucking. Oh wait, we don't have we don't have the irreplaceable fucking single on here. Oh, okay,
Oh my
whatever.
god, yeah. Well, actually, just pull up a picture of that. Can we just get a picture of the irreplaceable single while this is playing?
Oh, yeah.
While this is playing. It should just come up if you just put in the single. And then go to images.
The devil's walking where God once
There it is.
stood.
There she is.
There she is.
Fathom the
Like, what?
balance
What?
of power. But all means shit in the final hour.
Wow.
I gotta play it.
I want that guitar. Oh my god.
Now I'm just a ghost,
That's
narcissist
beautiful.
reflection. Damn,
Oh, we're talking about fucking. Oh my god. That is one of the. This is a crazy music video. Like, this is really This is like really crazy.
Like, this is someone
Who made this?
fucking Ambition Music Group.
Ambition Music Group.
What if that, like,
That's
no one was
really
even
cool.
filming it? What if it was literally just a camera in front of him and he was just doing this in his house? Like, in his basement, Barbara comes down and she's like, holy shit. Anyways, Irreplaceable. Where would we place this? Just real quick. Just
Just for fun. Well, it is on Orchestrating My Life, so.
do you want to just say that
But-
this or do you want to make Mission Satanic Magic just Irreplaceable?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so where would you put Irreplaceable? Like,
Irreplaceable would definitely be in D tier.
just because Dead Mom. I'll put it.
Be last.
I'll put it there. It's better than the
There you
Zoot
go.
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, definitely. And everything on Mission Satanic Magic is better than the Zoot stuff.
Oh, I remember kind of enjoying this. So this is
Good. I don't know that it should have been made, but it is good.
maybe like
I'm glad
I'll
you
put
did
it
make
here.
it.
I'll put it.
Yeah.
I'll put it at the end of C tier because
Yeah.
I don't think I couldn't put it in D because like I like your argument that it should have been made or like there's no reason for it to be made other than Rick needs
Right.
money. But like
But
when
it's
you listen
cool
to
that
it,
it was made. It is
Yeah.
cool that
it was cool and you listen to it. It's not bad. Like honestly, I love the version of Red Hot and Blue Love on here.
right. And I do like Light of Love. I listen to
And
like that.
this is kind of
That's
closely
the show
related.
right there. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's like closely related. This is like some record store day release. This has like what is it 5 or 6 versions of Jesse's Girl on it.
I think it's like 5.
Yeah, you got like the 2016 version from like the Rocket Science era. You got the
Um,
fucking Spanish version of all things. There was like I think
You
a
got a
random
live version from '83
and it was the demo, right? And then
and a demo,
and then the one
and
from
then
here.
the
Yeah,
live one. Yeah.
yeah. So it's
So
just
you
kind
go.
of a cool collection of Jesse's Girl alternatives while still
Little
basically
add-on.
Springfield. I'm just gonna
Springfield
drop it in.
Brad tier because it's sold because Iconoclast Records put it out, and
Yeah.
you can't buy it.
Yeah, literally,
Oh
like we
my
haven't been
God.
able to listen to this, not on streaming, not on YouTube. They're
Disgusting.
fucking whatever record label, Icono Records, sold out. Can't listen to it. Brad tier, fuck you. Automatic God tier.
There you go. There you go. So honestly, that's gonna be. I think we should leave automatic for last.
Actually,
just
yeah, we should because
leave
what
Little
even
Guy.
is this?
The love is gonna come at last thing. That's a good old F tier because it's stupid as fuck.
I don't even feel like playing it. I'm not even remotely.
God tier. The Christina with those guys is God tier. There you go. No, but that's definitely like Brad tier. That's like terrible. That's as bad as the Jimmy Martin thing.
I'm gonna make it worse because I don't even. Fuck this one too. Actually,
Yeah, From the Vault is definitely like it's C tier because it has all the it's like a lot of songs from Karma and Sahara Snow.
yeah.
Yeah. And from SDAA. Like it's all demos from that era, so it's good. I like that. Then we got Written in Rock, the Rick Springfield anthology.
This was Rick needed money. This is 100%. I'm putting like it doesn't even have Lio. So wait, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
They're calling all girls the romantic Rick Springfield.
That's a Brad move. That's not.
There you go. There you go.
There. Yeah. Okay, automatic. Okay, we actually have to have a good
Automatic.
discussion about
Ladies and
this.
gentlemen, this is where we are now. This is Rick Springfield as we know it right now.
I actually like the spread. I can agree with this.
Before we, oh no, me too. And before we put automatic where it was, I mean, I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since we made our last one.
Yeah.
So we made the first Shamrock Brewster video, and we're making this one now, the reboot of it, and we've got quite a lot of extra things. I think we've got quite a good selection here. It feels good to be back with Shamrock Brewster, and with that, we're gonna put automatic in F tier.
No. Okay. You know.
No, it's not F tier. But fuck you, Rick, for making this album. I mean, we can talk about it for just a second. There's a lot to say, but I don't know. This album definitely makes me uncomfortable and sad. And I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you, I don't think it's better than any official album he's ever made before. Maybe I really don't. I just honestly like it has a lot of good songs. Like it does have a lot of good songs, like Exit Wound, like not necessarily songs that I feel like it would have come from Rick Springfield.
Yeah.
But Exit Wound, She Walks with the Angels. I love Automatic. I love The Cure for Loneliness. There's a lot of just decent songs on there, but I really don't think it's better than anything he's ever made. It doesn't seem to have the passion or the love of anything else he's ever made.
So you think this is the
Um,
biggest like he needs money moment basically?
um, it might be. I don't know. I just don't know why he would make this album and make it like this when he literally just like it seems like it's not the same person would make this album that made Snake King. It really doesn't. Like I don't understand. And even Jack Chrome just 2 years earlier.
So I'm not
Um,
placing it here like permanently. Sorry to cut
yeah,
you off. I can't like put
yeah,
it down here anymore for some reason. So I will just say like I think this suffers from music from another dimension suffered from by Aerosmith, where it just has like too much fucking filler. And if you trim it down from 20 to like 10 songs, it's probably like up here,
yeah.
or maybe like here.
Yeah, it would be in B tier even then, but I like the idea of it being a 20 song album because I like him switching it up and doing something like that.
That's true.
But like, and I like him having, and they all move together, and it does still have a theme, and that theme is, I mean, has not been addressed at all, but it's literally just like 2008 party pop,
Yeah.
like with all the female backing vocals and like all the raving bass lines, like the really like crazy bass things going on, and the synths. It's really weird. But it's a good album. It has decent stuff. It's fucking Springfield. The songs are gonna be good. The
Yeah.
songs are gonna be decent. But I would put it right under fucking beginnings. I would honestly just say it's not better than any other real record he's ever made.
You know what's funny? If you really look at it, these two album covers are basically the same.
And they are. He's
Like,
literally making the full
suck me.
like yeah.
He's giving you the
He made the
rape
full rotation.
eyes.
He is. He made the full rotation. It's pretty crazy. I would honestly say we have a lot of errors for Rick Springfield, but I would say we've we now have the first. I would say this is the first full era of Rick Springfield's career. If any, if he does anything after this, like it's just all in a completely different stage of his career. Like this was the first half.
So you think this was the first half?
This
Fucking
is
like
all the first
50
half.
albums. This is the first half. Rick released, and if you really think about it, you could hold true, right? Like Automatic could have been like a slate cleaner. Like he has all these random ass songs in his brain. They're not particularly good, but he just nukes 20 of them, and now he has a completely clear slate to work from. We're about to get
And
the
then
fucking
time for the
Phoenix.
classic era too.
It won't even
Classic era too.
classic era too. It's gonna be like the Snake King, but like risen from the ashes.
2024 to 2032, and then he dies.
And
His
then
last album, he dies on record.
he fucking died. You hear the sound of his last breath, and it's like him fucking ripping ass onto the mic. Just all the gas leaving his bowels from years of pent up sexual
Oh,
frustration.
and he just says, "Brad."
Brad, why did you make that video? Anyways, I was screenshotting this because now we have the official.
This is
Nobody,
it.
every other ranking is irrelevant. I mean, unless if you
It
want to
is. This
like,
is genuinely it. This is Brad. You brought us out of retirement to do this, and it's been done. This is Rick Springfield right there, and I think he can be encapsulated in those top 5 or 6, those top 6 albums. I mean, that is Rick Springfield, and nobody can stop. Nobody can stop anybody from saying that. But this is pretty cool. Yeah, this is all of it,
so I
and
actually,
this
so
is what it's like.
I was just thinking of this because I was like, I wonder how this would look if we cleaned up and like removed most of like the bullshit like this.
Right.
But like, it's funny because I'm looking and I'm like, literally the only studio albums. It's like the last bad ones are in C tier, right? Because like
Right.
we would be getting rid of Zoo and like this. We'd be getting rid of these four because they shouldn't exist. And it's
Well,
just
the one orchestrating my life live one I could stay because that's a real album that
okay,
he
yeah.
put.
So we'll keep that. So then it's just funny that it's like if you look at it, like the only like albums that like we consider to be actually bad, like below C, is
Yeah,
like
we just
some
put the
bullshit.
nonsense that are on albums.
Yeah, it's literally like one studio album, which was just bullshit. The fucking bullshit.
My personal little ones,
Yeah,
Springfield, probably wouldn't be there.
yeah. Springfield would probably realistically, if it's from the
C,
70s, yeah, I would say C. Realistic, maybe B if it ends up having some
if it's
jams on
really
it.
good, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, literally everything else isn't even an album. The two Zoot ones would be there. I feel like we would literally just pretty much have like God to D. Like Brad and F wouldn't exist,
Yeah. That'd be
and
so funny.
yeah. So then, yeah, because I mean, even if you take out in C, you would take out the From the Vault, Live and Kickin', and that's it. B has B. You would take out the SDAA bonus disc because that doesn't really count. Um,
Yeah, I would keep greatest hits, even though it's just a
yeah, of
compilation.
course, 'cause
Yeah.
that's an official. That's in the canon. But yeah, literally, if you were getting rid of things that weren't canon, like you would get rid of two of the tiers.
Yeah.
We just put like all of his stuff is just good.
I
What
love how
am I gonna say?
and all the stuff in Brad tier is just like the stupid bullshit that shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's not even in the canon. Like that's why it's not included in the fucking like listening. Look at him. Oh my god.
I already know the caption. I'm gonna put "Give me your kidneys," or like
Oh yeah, there you
"Give
go.
me your liver." Just him pointing at me. No, wait.
Where are your organs?
Give me them. Okay. Anyways, this has gone on
All right.
for an hour and 50.
It's pretty good.
Any closing thoughts? Or are we good?
Yeah, definitely closing thoughts. Brad should have never spoken. Brad should have never talked about Rick Springfield. He should have never entered our realm. And in doing that, I think honestly, I'd have to thank you, Brad. Though we're back, we're making Shamrock Brewster. We'll be thinking of some video ideas to,
Just start
uh,
copying whatever he does.
yeah, we could do that. We could actually do that. But we're going to be getting some stuff. We're back. We're back on the scene. Shamrock Brewster. And this is definitely one of our best videos, I would say. We got a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and also a lot of stuff going on. We'll be announcing the official Shamrock Brewster Studios Rick Springfield album art tier list. So
That's true.
we'll just do this again, but we're not even gonna talk about the music, and we're like obviously this
We're
is
just going
gonna
to make fun of the pictures.
yeah, we're gonna make fun of the pictures. So some of them that are down here might all it might flip basically is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
I think we're good.
and we were joined, of course, by Brandon and Taylor today.
Oh yes, we had them here. They were in the studio. They were
Okay.
kicking. It was great.
Brandon, of course, got taken away by the producers and
Always a
beaten.
good time.
All right.
But yes, thank you for joining us, and we're Shamrock Brewster.
Peace out.